Welcome back to Portimão for the final race of the day. The formation lap is already underway for race 4 of Trophy GT Sprint. Alexandre Gadouin back aboard the Schumacher GP Lamborghini Super Trofeo ahead of his teammate, the number 18 car, Pierre Macchi. It is Olivier Morahan who will start third, or was due to start third. Don't see his car there. So Stéphane Perrin effectively inherits that position. Then Patrick Michelier in the CMR Ferrari 296. Then Eric Mouet in the CMR run Lamborghini Super Trofeo. And then the GT4 battle between Lorenzo Monteiro ahead of Andrés Firitos, the two drive-in Porsche Cayman 981 machines, and then Pierre Aru in the 64 Herrera Racing Audi. Race 4, the grid set for this one by the second fastest times in Q2. So far this weekend, it's been 2 wins for the number 25 camp of Wilfried Casarbon and Alexandre Gadouin, but it was Luca Talman who put an end to that in the 887 Ligier car that Stéphane Perrin is now driving. And yeah, we are down to 8 cars now with the departure of Olivier Morahan. Often doesn't take part in the final race of the day. So 2 Lamborghini Super Trofeo that will lead us down to the first corner. I don't think we have Eric Mouet either, so it looks like we're going to be down to 7 cars. Yep. 2 Super Trofeo, 1 Porsche, 1 Ferrari 296, and then 3 GT4 cars. I'm going to issue a rule for next year that everyone needs to do all the races, barring the car blowing up. But here we go, 7 cars for the final race of the day. See, it's getting quite a bit darker out there now, and temperatures thankfully beginning to cool as well. But the pace car peels off to driver's right. The drivers put a bit of gaps between the 2 sides of the grid, go through the grid hatchings. Well, they're supposed to. Some of them are not really obeying the rules there, but it is a rolling start. The red lights will go out and will go green for 25 minutes of racing. There we go. And Stéphane Perrin trying to get the jump. Patrick Michelier in the Ferrari Challenge car trying to challenge, but Alexandre Gadouin leads, and Stéphane Perrin getting an excellent exit out of the first corner. Gets the nose chopped off, though, by Pierre Macchi. So the Super Trofeo stays in second position ahead of Stéphane Perrin, the car that won the race earlier on today. And Pierre Aru has made the best jump from third to first in the UCS4 category, ahead of Andrés Firitos and Lorenzo Monteiro. Stéphane Perrin still trying to get on terms with Pierre Macchi, who finished second in race 2 this morning, but otherwise has missed out on the overall podiums. What a dive from Stéphane Perrin there. My goodness, the closing speed was astounding, but luckily got it stopped before ploughing into the back of that Schumacher GP car. We'll see confirmation non-starters Olivier Morahan and Eric Mouet. End of the first lap, and is that trying to get some tyre temperature there for Alexandre Gadouin? Side by side for the lead in UCS4 with Lorenzo Monteiro trying to pip the Audi. Headlights ablaze. The sun sets here in the Algarve, but still it is Pierre Aru just ahead. Monteiro has the up and under and gets an excellent drive, and wasn't amazingly confident, but managed to get through. Spiritos runs wide. Start under investigation for Stefan Perrin though, so he could be facing trouble. But we do have the change in UCS4 there, with Lorenzo Monteiro moving ahead of Pierre Aru. Andre Spiritos still there in third position. It's the R8 against the two 981 versions of the Cayman, and of course we had Lorenzo Monteiro in the commentary box for Trophy GT Endurance earlier on today. Telling us about, well, he's traded out his usual McLaren Artura in the Iberian GT4 Championship for the season for that, what is that, 2-generation-old car now. Stefan Perrin starts under investigation, but still trying to usurp Pierre Macchi for second position. These guys now 2 seconds behind race leader Alexandre Gadouin. And it is going to be a 5-second time penalty for a false start for Triple Eight. So whether that was, it didn't look like he was too terribly out of position. So maybe he jumped the lights ever so slightly, but it is a 5-second penalty. That is Andre Spiritos, who's gotten ahead of Pierre Aru. So within a lap, Aru went from the lead in UCS4 down to third, and it's now a drive-in 1-2 for the Porsche Caymans. Big dive on the inside from Pierre Aru, and he practically came to a stop at the apex of the Tora VIP hairpin to avoid contact with the back of Spiritos' car. It's battle resumed again between Schumacher GP and Seb Lejeune Racing for a podium battle in Trophy GT Sprint. It was Wilfried Gazalbon in the 25 car and Lucas Taumann in the Seb Lejeune car earlier, but now it is Pierre Macchi in the 18 against Stefan Perrin. 1:47.335 for Alexandre Gadouin at the head of the field. 4.8 seconds clear now of the chasing pack. Wide for Pierre Macchi there. That allows Stefan Perrin to get underneath him, but can't do anything with it. So through the middle sector they go. You see how Perrin closes up under braking. Then as soon as they hit any sort of straight, the Super Trofeo just opens up the tap on the V10. Pulls well clear. It's going to be a track limits infringement there for Stefan Perrin over the, well beyond the red and white curbing, which is the track limits this weekend, not the white line. Again, Perrin closes up under braking. But still can't find a way through. And again, running beyond the red and white curbing. This time out of the exit of the Toro VIP hairpin. Minutes to go, and it is track limits warnings going out to Stefan Perrin, unsurprisingly. Oh, 15 minutes to go, and Alexandre Gadouin continues to set purple sectors at the front of the field. Nearly 10 seconds clear of the rest of the field now. Pierre Macchi just keeping Stefan Perrin at bay for the overall podium. Patrick Michelier 14 seconds back from this battle, and about 21 ahead of the UCS4 class leader in his CMR prepared Ferrari Challenge. There he is in a race of his own, hot lapping. Probably enjoying having the Autodromo circuit practically all to himself. You wouldn't know there are any other cars out there. Behind them, Anto Monteiro, 4 seconds clear of his teammate, and 2 seconds clear of Pierre Aru as well. Driving motorsport events. There's a lot of good work out there. It's a great view of the gravel trap down at turn 15. But driving do some great stuff out there, and I was very glad to be invited for a hot lap in the Jules Doncio's midget at the end of last season at Paul Ricard. Very enjoyable experience for me, especially when you appreciate how fast the GT3s are, because you're going in what feels like the fastest a thing can possibly go, and then you head out onto the Mistral. There's a speck of headlights in the rear view camera, and then as you exit the Mistral chicane, suddenly that speck of headlight is a looming grey Audi alongside you. More fastest laps being set by Alexandre Gadouin. 12.5 seconds clear. It's 46.9 for him last time around. Let's see what it is this time. Another 46.9. And it's at 48.8 for Pierre Macchi. So he's pulling away at a good rate of nearly 2 seconds a lap. Stefan Perrin will be able to draw a very detailed image of the rear end of a Lamborghini Super Trofeo by the end of this race. He's trying everything he can, including flashing the headlights at him. Minutes to go, and Stefan Perrin still trying to usurp Pierre Macchi, while Alexandre Gadouin at the head of the field continues to just set more and more fastest sectors. Well, he didn't set a fastest lap last time around. 46.925 was the benchmark, and he did a 46.988. Really dropping the pace out there. Only 15.3 seconds clear now of the chasing pack. Just a bit of a carbon copy lap after lap, with the Super Trofeo just pulling away in the same places every tour. Perrin closing up in the same places as well, mainly under braking through some of the more technical elements of the circuit. Bit of grass, kicked up a bit of dirt there for Pierre Macchi. Perrin has to gather the car up a little bit as he tries to go around the outside, but can't do anything with that. Oh, that was the V10 on the limiter. They're going out of turn 14. Back up the hill towards the hairpin at Toravit. Second track limit warning going out to Andrei Seferitos, who's second in UCS 4. That's another track limit there for Stefan Perrin. Remember, he has a 5-second penalty to take as well after this race, owing to the false start. Personal best coming in last time around for both Pierre Maggi and Stefan Perrin. But the gap starting to increase now. It's about 9/10 of a second between them. 6 minutes left on the clock, and Alexandre Gadouin now 17 seconds clear of the rest of the field. Former Alpine Elf Cup racer is Gadouin, making quite the step up into Super Trofeu competition. Former Clio Cup racer as well, but was with the Schumacher CLRT team in the Alpine Elf Cup last year. So yeah, getting the opportunity to step up into bigger and better machinery. It really is quite the step up, though. I think the about 15 seconds a lot quicker than the Alpine around this track. Stefan Perrin, oh, very close to the right rear corner. Left rear corner, I should say, of Pierre Maggi's car. Ligier there's good timing as we cut to him. Three minutes left on the clock, so 2 to go. Another 5-second time penalty has been handed out, this time for track limits, and it's for Andrei Seferitos. And that will cost him second position in UCS 4. Track limits at turn 1. So he's fallen afoul of that one, and yeah, will be demoted unless he can pull 4.1 seconds in these final 2 laps. Something tells me that's not going to be the case, because last time around, yeah, Aru set a personal best last time, and it was half a second quicker. Now, what happened behind the hill there? Stefan Perrin just drove completely around the outside of Pierre Macchi. How's he managed to do that? Something was very amusing down at the penultimate corner, but I don't think Pierre Macchi found being nailed around the outside too amusing. So it's final lap then, I believe. Just a minute to go, and there is that battle for second position in UCS4. Pierre Aru coming back at Andre Seferitos. Has that 5-second penalty anyway, so it's a slightly moot move, but I'm sure it would have been satisfying for Pierre nonetheless. Pierre Aru's got to be careful though, because he's all now also now getting warnings for track limits, but only his first one. And checkered flag is about to be shown to Alexandre Gadouart. He's around the final corner, and yep, that is clocked down to 0. Checkered flag is out, and it'll be Alexandre Gadouart just in front of these guys. He's about to cross the line. And there is the checkered flag. Gadouart already taking it. And that means Lorenzo Monteiro has taken the victory, because he's ahead of the overall leader. So Pierre Aru and Seferitos, he gets another 5-second time penalty for a 4th track limits infringement, so that's 10 seconds added, but that just means he's last by 10.3 seconds rather than 0.3 of a second. So Gadouart, Macchi, Perrin on the podium. Patrick Michelier and Lorenzo Monteiro just left to cross the line. Michelier about to do so as well, but for Alexandre Gadouart, it's a 2nd victory of the weekend, a 3rd for the 25 machine from Schumacher GP, with help from Wilfried Casalbon as well. I hope this isn't Gadouart doing what he did earlier, which was take the checkered flag twice erroneously. Should be going into pit lane. And yep, swinging over to driver's right. And yes, he does do so, because the last car to cross the line will be Lorenzo Monteiro. Oh, now Lorenzo Monteiro's come into pit lane rather than taking the checkered flag. But I'll tell you what, it actually doesn't matter because, of course, Pierre Aru and Andres Spiritos had already crossed the timing line. I just hope that doesn't affect things too terribly much, not that it will make much difference to Lorenzo. It's not his regular championship, just keeping his reflexes hot before he goes back to the Iberian GT4 championship. So that actually gets proceedings underway a little bit quicker, in fact. So Alexandre Catois gets out of the car. Before we go down and have a chat with him, I'll just remind you, tomorrow is prototype day in the Ultimate Cup Series. 2 races for the European Sprint Prototype Cup at the main event. The 6 hours of Portimão European Endurance Prototype Cup. 26 Nova MPO2s ready to fight their way around this circuit after last year's rather spectacular effort. And we are back for the race again this year, and we'll see who comes out on top. Stefan Perrin with a job well done. 3rd in the end, although I believe he's parked up in the number 2 spot. Clearly no one told him about his 5 seconds of penalty. I'm sure he's going to get the news imminently. I wouldn't want to be the one to break it to him, especially after that, well, blink of an eye, momentary pass going around Pierre Macchi. Hopefully we'll be hearing from our race winner shortly. And in fact, I do believe we can now go down to Claire Cottingham.
Well, congratulations, another win. A very commanding display out there as well.
Yeah, sure, another one. Well, this one was a bit harder than the previous one because the tires had the qualifying, the first race, so at the end it was really difficult with the tire. I had to manage it pretty hard. So it was a bit a challenge on the driving, but I had a great gap with the previous one, so it's great.
I was going to say you built up such a lead that actually you could back off at the end, but was there any concern at all when the tyres started feeling like they were getting probably a bit slippery out there?
Well, the concern was more to not commit an idiotic mistake or something like that, but yeah, I knew I could just manage and it would be okay to win, so it's pretty comfortable to get in this position. So
a successful weekend as well for the team.
Yeah, sure, because we had several 1-2 positions. Even my mate with whom I share the car had great positions. So yeah, it's great for the team that we managed to get such good position with the car, and as we are new in this championship, so it's great for the future.
Definitely. Are we hoping to see you out again as well?
I hope so.
Always hoping so. Well, let's hope so too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, racing obviously done here now in the Algarve, and what a day we've had of racing. Do make sure you join us tomorrow, because at 10 a.m. we're going to have the European prototypes, which are going to be here live. You can watch it on YouTube. Make sure you join now, subscribe, get involved in the comments, do whatever you want to do, but make sure you're here at 10 a.m. because we've got some endurance racing to bring you.
We gonna